It's not uncommon when people need to have an x-ray, but what about when it comes to animals? What are the benefits, and will they cooperate during that procedure?
Joining us for Critters Uncaged, the U of I Wildlife Medical Clinic, Dr. Sam Sander is back. No baby possum today. Heather's very disappointed by this, I'm sure. I guess it's something that we who aren't in the vet community don't really think about, but you guys, when you get sick animals or injured animals, do have to go through an x-ray process, and I would imagine that can't be easy.
Yeah, well, certainly some of our patients give us a little bit of hassle for it, but we try to sedate and or anesthetize our animals so that we can get some good images. The x-rays help us evaluate our animals inside and out so that we can get some good information on them and make sure that we're going forward with treatment appropriately.
All right, well, we've got some pictures, hopefully, that we can scroll through, and you can kind of walk us through what that looks like. So here we go. Yeah. What is, a big old bird.
Yep, so here we can see one of our students who's actually monitoring anesthesia. We've got a red-tailed hawk that's getting positioned for x-rays, and our students are in charge of monitoring those patients. So the x-rays not only allow our students to get experience with the actual x-ray, but also with the anesthesia and the procedures leading up to that.
I would not think that birds sit still very well without that anesthesia.
And here we can see a student working with one of our snapping turtles. We knew that this animal had some injuries, and then he gave us a couple of surprises on x-rays as well. With he had obviously eaten a fishing hook as well, which we weren't expecting. But that photo shows us how we have to position our patients very differently, you know, from the bird to the turtle, and all of the differences that can entail.
Now, with humans, you typically think of x-rays looking for a bone break, but I would imagine you're looking for all sorts of things, perhaps including that with animals.
Yep, absolutely. So we hopefully can appreciate on our physical exam if there's a bone break, but there's certainly some changes that we can see on the stomach or the heart, in the lungs, that we can appreciate. Sometimes animals might get shot by like a gun, and we can see some of the pellets from that. Like in our turtle, we had foreign bodies that we can also see things when they're eating things they shouldn't.
Wow. So this is a great opportunity for the animals, you know, to get better, but for our students to learn all of the procedures that goes into
Absolutely, and that's what we try to emphasize at the Wildlife Clinic. It's not just finding that fracture that we were able to appreciate, and you can see the kind of hand pointing to the fracture on this one.
What animal is that?
So this one is a hawk, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't promise you which hawk it was, but
we'll take your word for it.
And then here we can see the healed site. So we placed a pin in it and several cross pins to be able to fix that fracture up.
I love the finger.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like the Facebook thumbs up icon. That's kind of what it looks like.
And here we've got a turtle with a shell fracture. So like I said, it's not just about finding the lesion on the x-rays. It's also about getting the students the opportunities to do the exam, to see the lesion on x-rays, to be able to confirm their findings, to monitor.
Is that the turtle too?
That is the turtle, and you can see
Very
the hook
good.
on the inside. You're getting good at this.
Thank you.
But we can also monitor anesthesia, practice positioning, practice learning how to take an x-ray not just on a dog or a cat, but what does that look like in a bird, and how do we extrapolate to these species. This here is a heron that had been shot, and so those bright white speckles are the shot from the lead.
Really?
And then this is a mourning dove.
It does look kind of spiderish.
So this is a mourning dove laying on its side, and we've got the wings and the legs spread out. The cone on the end is how we're maintaining anesthesia for that bird. This is a little fox kit that we had that needed some, had a mouth wound that we needed to do some
What did it say when you put it on the table? Sorry. I've actually been waiting for the CAT scan joke, and the fox one just kind of jumped right in there.
I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help.
Oh, Dr. Sander, I apologize for my co-host.
Gotta be good for something. Bad jokes apparently is it.
But yeah, so it's not just about getting the x-rays, which create some pretty cool images, but also all of the learning opportunities it provides for our students too.
Well, we got a great resource here on the campus at the U of I, and thanks so much for coming in.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Cool.
Bring that full-size possum next time.
You got it.
Just for Heather.
Or not.
We will connect you with all the details you need on our Facebook page. Look at Wildlife Clinic's website there on your screen.